everybody. Hope this finds you safe and well. I'm very happy to be streaming for you this evening. I hear the virtual applause out there. Thanks for joining us this evening, everybody. I see in the comments folks are tuning in from all over the place. North Carolina, Montreal, Fort Wayne, Indiana, UK, Brazil. Let us know where you're tuning in from. It's always interesting reading the comments and realizing that we're a global assortment of music, people who appreciate music. So I'm going to play a variety of songs for you today. Thought I'd start off with that beautiful Beatles track, Across the Universe. China, India, Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, San Diego, Japan. Here's a little Stevie Wonder. great fun. One of the best shows I ever saw was Stevie Wonder. It was probably about 8 or 9 years ago here in Nashville. He was doing this Songs in the Key of Life tour, and he played that entire album start to finish, and then did a few of his other hits such as Isn't She Lovely, and it was just breathtaking show. And it was really cool because it was in a big arena, and the whole arena was singing along to all the horn lines and just the, all the sophisticated musical elements that are in his songs. And it was just cool seeing such a huge crowd of people singing all this, beautiful music that he created. I always enjoy playing that song. So I'm going to be playing, a handful of different types of songs for you this evening, and I'd like to answer any questions that you might have about, your guitar playing. I know there's a lot of guitar players who will tune in and watch these streams, and I love teaching and sharing, whatever ideas I've figured out about guitar playing through my obsessive, diligent pursuit of it. So if you do have any questions, don't hold back. Let us know in the comments. Paul says, why did you tune to 432 Hertz? Well, I put out a song recently called Flow, and I decided to try a different temperament. Normally in music we tune to 440, which is my tuner here. It says 440, but if you tune it to 432, it's a bit lower and just has a different sound. There's all kinds of theories about it's a more, it's the frequency that's in tune with the universe. And what is quite interesting is they've found tuning forks from people like Mozart and the different classical composers, and the tuning forks are kind of all over the shop. Some of them are lower, down towards 432, and some of them are higher. 440 is kind of the standard since I think the 30s or something. Anyway, I think 432 sounds quite nice, so I had fun just testing it out. Okay. Well, there's a few good questions coming in. Can you teach us how your method of restringing the guitar? I've always struggled doing it easy for some reason. Sure. So I can restring an acoustic guitar in 7 minutes. I know it because when I'm on tour, I'll be backstage, and sometimes I'll put a new set of strings on right before I go on stage. And if you stretch your strings in properly, you won't have an issue. Going straight into a performance with a fresh set of strings. So I'll make a video, and you can watch me putting on a new set of strings. That might be a fun thing to put on YouTube. But basically, I'll take 3 off, put 3 on, tune them up, take 3 off, put 3 on, tune them up. And it's probably best if I show you in a video rather than going into more detail now. Michael says, do you play single string lines with a thumb pick exactly as if it's a flat pick, or do you modify the style more? I'm a flat pick flicker, trying to learn fingerstyle. So that's a very good question. A lot of people who try to play with a thumb pick, will think that because it's a pick, you can kind of play it like a pick and play just like a flat pick. But I find it to be quite awkward. And there are some types of thumb picks that are kind of more like a flat pick with a thumb, attachment, like the Hercos and different things. I use a Dunlop medium thumb pick, and I will do some single line playing like I did in Isn't She Lovely. But that's mostly downstrokes, and it's not very, fast, and I just can't get around the neck as quickly when I'm doing alternate picking with a thumb pick. It's much quicker for me to go. Which is a flat pick, but if I do that with a thumb pick, it just doesn't sound as clear and articulate. So I kind of sometimes play with my fingers. I'll do this exercise where I'll do kind of 4 notes per string. And that's kind of an interesting way of going thumb, index, thumb, index, thumb, middle, doing 16th notes. But generally speaking, you know, I've been playing with the thumb pick long enough that I can kind of just go back and forth between playing single lines with the fingers and then using the pick for a little bit of punch and brightness coming in every once in a while. I hope that makes sense. Way Cool Jr. on Facebook asks, any tips on how to keep the hands from cramping and hurting for some of those big thumb stretches? Well, that's a very good question. So before I play a show or practice, I always stretch my hands, and my stretching looks a bit like this, stretching the wrists up and down, and I stretch the thumb back. I'll stretch kind of the arms like this, and I'll stretch my legs. I just want my body to be kind of relaxed and loose and ready to do all the intricate things that I'm going to ask it to do. And so I really believe in stretching before we play in order to avoid injuries, but also to build our technique, because we're asking our hands to do very specific small movements that require a lot of motor skill control. And I think being stretched and warmed up in the hands really helps engage the right muscles for playing. So I definitely am a big advocate of stretching before we play or practice, and that's going to help with the thumb, the fingers, the forearms, the shoulders, every part of our body. And I think, you know, a lot of people ask me about the left-hand thumb, how to incorporate that. Now, the left-hand thumb is uncomfortable for everyone at first, so, you know, it's going to take a while to get used to it. And it does depend on how you're playing. Like if you're playing classical style like this, like a lot of people do, it really doesn't make sense to use your thumb because you're going to have to overextend the wrist a lot. But if you're playing cowboy style like this, then using the thumb is, you know, quite natural, I find. So I like to make good use of the thumb. And I'd encourage you to just kind of start playing maybe a D chord with an F sharp in the bass. That's an easy way to start incorporating the thumb. And go from there, just kind of a little bit at a time. I think the most important thing to do when you're learning guitar or fingerstyle is just to keep going. Don't let something like, you know, a song with a thumb that you can't, a song with a left-hand thumb, you know, playing some notes that, don't let that stop you is what I'm trying to say. All right. It's been a long day. I've been in recording sessions all day here in Nashville. How to practice raising the speed of playing. The way to get faster on the guitar is to be more relaxed. So typically when we try to play fast for the first time, we'll get tighter and tense up. So if we were to do kind of a 4-note per string exercise like that, most people would tense up when they try to play fast, tense up in the right hand and the left hand, but we got to train ourselves to be really relaxed. And it's really as simple as that. That's the secret to playing fast. And from there, it all becomes muscle memory. So once you've learnt an arrangement, playing the arrangement over and over again with beautiful, relaxed technique, that's the way to get your hands to remember it. Because when I'm playing a song like Across the Universe earlier, if my brain starts thinking, oh, is that a 9th fret or a 10th fret, then I'm going to make a mistake for sure. All I need to think about is the melody, kind of sing it in my head as I'm playing, and the groove. And I'm not thinking about the fret numbers. I'm not thinking about anything except delivering the music to the audience. And to get to that place, we need to have the hands remembering how to play the song, which means playing it over and over again. And it's not particularly fun to listen to someone practicing like this because you're just playing the same song over and over and over again. But that's how it's done, I believe. So I do have a couple announcements to make. I wanted to let anyone tuning in Tennessee know that I'm playing tomorrow night in Knoxville in Chattanooga. Chattanooga, Tennessee, at the Songbirds Museum. It's a vintage guitar museum, and it's a concert happening tomorrow night, so it's going to be a great evening. I also wanted to let you know that I've launched a brand new site and a brand new course, and the course is about recording acoustic guitar. So this is actually pre-launching, which means it's a brand new course, and I'm building out the course as we speak. So if you'd like to jump in and get the course at a big discount during the pre-launch, you can, and you can do so at invisibletechnique.com. invisibletechnique.com. That's my new teaching platform, and we're speaking about guitar playing, and I think ideally we want to have our technique be invisible so that we can just make music. We can just play songs, and we can think about, the beauty in a melody. We can put all our creative efforts into arranging and composing beautiful music rather than, just trying to get our technique to cooperate. You want our technique to be invisible and to serve the music. So that's the goal of my platform, invisibletechnique.com. So check it out if you're interested in my recording acoustic guitar course. I'll answer a couple more questions, and then I'll play some more songs. What's the finger movement for these rolling 4 notes like those in the bridge for Cannonball Rag? So Cannonball Rag, I think you mean this section. I'll play Cannonball Rag after this. So that roll is, it's 4-3-2, 4-3-1. And I'm playing the thumb on the 4th string, index finger on the 3rd string, middle finger on the 2nd string, and ring finger on the 1st string. So it's 4-3-2, 4-3-1. And sometimes I play it but whenever I play it with Tommy Emmanuel or someone who plays, kind of like Mel Travis did, I do the roll I just showed you, but sometimes I do that one, which is just 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And that's a good exercise to play a chord progression like that, going E7, A7, D7, G. You can play it in all kinds of positions. Good fun. So before I play Cannonball Rag, were those rolls Jerry Reed, the rolls Jerry Reed does on the album with Chet? Yeah, that's kind of how Chet and Jerry and Mel Travis play, Cannonball Rag. Roughly speaking, everyone plays it a bit differently. It's one of those tunes that's, it's a jam song. Everyone interprets it a little differently. So here's a little Cannonball Rag. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, if you're enjoying the music, I do have a virtual tip jar set up, and anyone who enjoys the stream, I really appreciate anyone who decides to contribute to the virtual tip jar. It's joerobinson.com/tipjar, TIPJAR, and it's linked in the video description and in the chat. So it should be the top pinned comment there somewhere. And anyone that takes the time to do that, thank you very much in advance. Robbie says, looking forward to seeing you in Columbus, March 22nd. I will be there in Columbus, March 22nd. I'm playing 2 nights at the Refectory, which is a really cool place. There's a great request for Eric Clapton's Old Love. I don't play that song. At least I don't have an arrangement of it, but I love that song. Hit the Road Jack, got a request for that. That's a great idea. That's a really good question, why I tune up. How do you get good timing on the guitar? Asks L Triponzio. Well, timing is one of the most important things to develop, and it's the thing that, I've struggled with the most, because when I was younger, and still to this day, sometimes I play things way too fast. And I just get excited and want to get all the notes out. And I think controlling the timing of your playing is very difficult. I practice with a metronome often, which is this little thing. Well, the volume's down. There it is. And I also like doing drum rudiments on a pad with a pair of sticks. And just learning a lot of songs, getting the technique together, working on timing, being conscious of it. Here's a little Hit the Road Jack. Mum's watching in Australia. Good fun. That was one of the first songs I learned to play on, guitar or piano. I used to play just the bass line, and I used to make up words. I kind of like sing stuff like about my little brother and sister, how they were naughty, playing around. Windy and warm. Here's a little bit of windy and warm. This is for Melissa. Okay, here's a little bit of Neil Young. The Neil Young song in E minor, as it's been called. It's pretty windy and warm here today in Nashville. It's a beautiful day. I hope everyone down in Australia is hanging in there. I got some friends who just suffered some extreme property damage during the floods down there. My dad got flooded out. He couldn't get back to the farm, but he stayed in town and did all right, I think. Floods are a regular occurrence over in Temador, but I hope everyone down in Australia is hanging in there. Thanks for the kind words, everybody. I just realized I haven't played much original music during the stream, so I'm going to play the song I mentioned before, Flow. And got a request there for the prize. Just might play that. Just a reminder, we have a virtual tip jar set up for these live streams, and anyone who contributes to the tip jar, I want to say thank you. The link is in the description of the video, and it's a pinned comment. joerobinson.com/tipjar. Like a virtual swiper, virtual ticket to the show/workshop. Interesting comments going on there. Here's a song called The Prize. 1, 2, 3. Had a one-way conversation with me, myself, and I about the way we've been living. Can't imagine why. To get to where we're going, it's a cloudy compromise. You're mistaken if you think I'm taking my eyes off the prize. Maybe I've been distracted, quite possibly alright. This big old bright and shiny world has kept me up at night. We all know that price tag shouldn't come as no surprise. You're mistaken if you think I'm taking my eyes off the prize. Some days I live with no regrets. Some days I just as soon forget. Some days a diamond, some a stone. Some things I just as soon leave alone. So where does all this leave me? I can't really say that I know. I got more questions than answers, quite a ways to go. I can't let that deter me. This I realize. You're mistaken if you think I'm taking my eyes off the prize. Some days I live with no regrets. Some days I just as soon forget. Some days a diamond, some a stone. Some things I just as soon leave alone. I had a one-way conversation, me, myself, and I, about the way we've been living. Can't imagine why. To get to where we're going, it's a cloudy compromise. You're mistaken if you think I'm taking my eyes off the prize. My eyes off the prize. My eyes off the prize. I'll play a song that I haven't really performed much before. It's gonna be on my new album. It's called Winds of Change. I've been waiting for the winds of change to calm the seas of these troubled times. I've been waiting for these clouds to clear. The sun can shine, sun to shine, so the sun can shine. Sorry. I can feel it, the winds of change blowing up against my skin. I can touch it, the winds of change, just by holding out my hand. I can taste it, the winds of change, when the tears of joy fall down. Feel it all around, the winds of change. I've been waiting for the storms to pass, the clouds to clear, so the sun can shine. I've been waiting for the day to come. We can see the light and find our way home. Feel it, the winds of change blowing up against my skin. I can can touch it, the winds of change, just by holding out my hand. I can taste it, the winds of change, when the tears of joy fall down. Feel it all around, the winds of change. Winds of change blowing up against my skin. I can taste it, the winds of change, just by holding up my hand. I can touch it, the winds of change, tears of joy fall down. Feel it all around, the winds of change. See a comment from Larry. Just bought a ticket to your Chattanooga show tomorrow. We'll see you there tomorrow night, Larry. Chattanooga at the Songbirds Museum, down in the Chattanooga Choo Choo building. It's a really cool place. When does the album come out? Asked Gina. Well, I hope to have an announcement on it quite soon. The album's finished, and I think it turned out really, really nicely. But it's kind of a long process putting out an album, because you've got to figure out the right strategy for promoting it and whatnot. But I hope to have an announcement on it really soon. I'll go back to the electric. I'll play another tune from the upcoming album. Wide open, we can see 3, 4, a world out there waiting for you and me. A beautiful place if you believe we can be so much more. With hearts united, we have a choice. Do we stand as strangers or with one voice? We hold the answers, we hold the key. We can be so much more. We can give so much more. We can love so much more. The beauty is knowing where we are going. We can be so much more. Gotta do what we gotta do, no matter what we gotta do, what we know is right. Listen to, we gotta listen to, no matter what we gotta listen to. What's in the wind tonight? We can give so much more. We can love so much more. Beauty is knowing where we are going. We can be so much more. Chicago Chris asks, what year is that telly? This telly is, I think it's from around 2005. I bought it in 2006 when I was a teenager, and it was kind of the guitar that I saved up for. And I've played it a long time, and I really love playing it. It's so easy to play, but I just put a set of Ron Ellis pickups in it, and it totally transformed the guitar. It really just brought out all the good tones. So I'm having fun playing it. I'll switch back to the acoustic. Melissa is requesting Misty. Here's a little Misty for you, Melissa. And thank you to anybody who's contributed to the virtual tip jar. Tip jar link once more is joerobinson.com/tipjar, TIPJAR. It's pinned in the comments, and it also should be in the video description. Thank you so much, everybody. I'm going to play one last song, and I hope you all take good care out there. Of course, we're all hoping desperately for peace in the Ukraine, and that's a good request from Greg Smith. Hallelujah. And I hope you all are staying safe and well out there, doing your best. I'll play a little Hallelujah. That's a good request. Take good care, everybody. Stay well. See you all again really soon.